Okay, once again, welcome to this marvelous YouTube channel. We stopped on the ethics of secondary sources as we continue on our secondary sources. So here we're looking at the ethics of these secondary sources. We are saying that, as we know that secondary sources, they provide a summarized form of the first-hand information that is from the primary sources. So the ethics of secondary sources, we have it is interpretative. Secondary sources involve some level of analysis, synthesis, or evaluation of primary sources. They explain or critique the primary source or the events that it presents. So here we are seeing that it is interpretative in a way that it is interpretative, it interprets itself, it is in a simple format. It is evaluative. They offer opinions or assessments based on evidence that may be drawn from primary sources. So in a secondary format or a secondary source, it has many evidences. Let's say it has assessments, like what you'll use to see that really to evaluate some information. You have many sources. Secondary source provides an overview that has many examples of that information. So we have this summary. For a secondary source, it is a summarized format. It summarizes information often to explain a concept or to connect various primary sources. So we are saying that it is contextual. Secondary sources help to frame or contextualize primary data within broader trends, movements, or stories. So in this format, we're saying it is contextual. It means that it is it gives a wide image and a correlated image in a way that when, let's say, it is in a historical manner, you will come following all the steps that were involved. Let me say, like a movement of the Bantu, migration of the Lu, let's say, under different aspects. We will have to see that it is a contextual that will really provide information that is plain and in a summarized format. So those are one of the ethics of the secondary sources. So on our seventh slide, we have the examples of these sources. For primary sources, we have documents. So examples of primary sources, we have documents, historical documents, that say the US Constitution, treaties, or official records like census data. That is one of the what it is a primary source. It is a document. We have legal documents such as court cases or government legislation. We have personal letters, diaries, autographs. Those are primary sources in the form of a document. We have newspapers, magazines published at the time of an event before or in later analysis or interpretation. So like newspapers, of course, when you read news, these are primary sources, but it is in the form of a document. We have magazines, yes, that they talk about parties of a certain event, a certain wedding, of these high school parties, these college parties. It is in the form of a magazine, but it is a primary source because it is talking about the event that was there. So we have creative works. We have novel, poem, on artwork created during a particular period. For that format, we have novels and poems that were created after the slave trade, but they really reveal the primary source. So it is creative work. We have artwork created during a particular period. Let's say these statues, it's Statue of Liberty in America. We have a statue of liberation in Uganda. We have many statues that are created for particular events. We have e.g. Shakespeare's plays. We have Van Gogh's paintings, a song or musical composition from a specific area, from a specific era. Let's say Bob Dylan's music during the 1960s, civil rights movement. So such are more songs, they reveal the events that were there. So like this Bob Dylan's music, it is enjoyed by those elder granddads of ours that really know how civil rights movement, that moment, that such events, how they were handled during those times. We have what we call the oral histories and interviews. These are examples of primary sources. Oral histories and interviews. It is a primary source. We're saying that testimonies or interviews with individuals directly involved in or witnesses to events. So, like histories and interviews, this shows us that when you interview someone who's there, let's say during the World War One, World War Two, or during slave trade, or during, he is giving you first-hand information. He is a primary source. So that's why you're saying oral histories and interviews. He's giving you, she's giving you first-hand information, and for that form, she is a primary source. So we have ethnographic field work where the researcher interacts with the community directly. Let's say we went from a field work, let me say, on in a stone quarrying area. Let's those are mines. You visit lakes, that is fishing, such activities. You're going to collect data, and you're getting information from a fishmonger. You're getting information from a woman who's quarrying stones. You're getting information from someone who is on a plantation. That's first-hand information, and it is a primary source of information. So those are one of the examples of the primary sources of information, and the examples are there. So we shall be meeting in our next videos. So thank you for watching. Continue liking these videos and send the comments in the comment section so that we can see how we can help each other. I mean, as Sam Steven, thank you for following us on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Enjoy the lessons.